So let's look at a combination where you have fractions inside fractions, and even more fractions, it seems. One of the things here is that if we had, like, x plus 2 over x minus 5 divided by x plus 3 over x minus 4, we could do division and then, or multiplying rather, and do the reciprocal of the bottom. But the only reason we can do that is because these are single things in parentheses, these denominators. We cannot do that here. Okay, so I'm now going to erase all that because I don't need it now. That was conceptual to understand that you needed to, that we have to change the bottoms so that we have the same denominator. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the 5 over x and leave a little space. And on the bottom, 3 over x squared minus 2 over y squared. So I'm going to deal with each one separately because I can multiply by 1 on each fraction. And notice I've chosen y over y and x over y and x over x. That is so that I can get an x times y denominator for both of these. So that means now for this first one, I have 5y over xy plus 2x over xy. And so they both have an xy denominator. So the next step, I'll combine that fraction. But on the bottom, I have to multiply by y squared over y squared, x squared over x squared, in order to get the denominators to be the same. So for this one, I have a denominator of x squared y squared. Okay, x squared y squared. So my next step with it is to put these together. So on the top one, it's 5y plus 2x over that xy. And on the bottom, it's 3y squared minus 2x squared over x squared y squared. But now I can use that division thing because I have single terms down here. So I have 5y plus 2x over xy divided by 3y squared minus 2x squared, like that whole thing, over x squared y squared. And that allows me to make it multiplication. Two x over xy times, and the second one I can do reciprocal. And this is when we look for things we can cancel out. This x can cancel with the square or the other x there, and this y cancels out with the other one here. There's nothing else I can really do because of the fact that these are in parentheses. They would have to be exactly the same to cancel out. So now I'm going to multiply this, or actually let's show it cleaned up. 5y plus 2x times xy. And on the bottom, we have 3y squared minus 2x squared. This is now 1 here, and 1 times that is that. And so we're going to multiply xy into the top, into both of those. So I have 5xy squared plus 2x squared y. And the denominator is the same, 3y squared minus 2x squared. And that's as far as we can go because of the fact that those are separated by the division symbol and they're like entire units together. So you can't divide the 2's or the x's or the y's because it's an entire expression there that has to be reduced if you're going to do it, or cancel out with the entire expression. So that's as far as we can go here on this one. Let's look at one more of those. And this one's actually going to be a little simpler. The concept here is the same, though. So let's take a look at what happens. I'm going to do a little bit of space so I can do the multiplying thing. Except on the bottom one, if I just simply make 1 in terms of y over y, I now have the same denominator. On the top, I'm going to have to multiply both of these by 1, but it's y over y and x over x. So what I now have is on the top, y, x times y, plus x over x times y. And on the bottom, I still have this 1y minus y over y. So I have x plus y over xy. Doesn't matter whether it's x plus y or y plus x for the time. And here I have 1 minus y over y. Well, this is a division. So I can do x plus y over xy, divide by it. Let's rewrite this and do it dividing by that. Oh, but when you're dividing fractions, you can multiply the fractions. X plus y over x times y over 1 minus y. Well, in this case, the I have to put this an xy on the bottom here. So this y, for that to disappear that way, those y's will cancel. Nothing else can be canceled because of the fact that these are in parentheses. But I can now put them all together in one fraction, x 1 minus y. That's an acceptable answer, and so is if I multiply the bottom out. So it's x minus xy. So both of these two, that's as far as I can go with them because of the fact that this is in parentheses, so it can't be a single x reduced or a single y reduced. And so now either one of those would be acceptable answer. Now you see some things about how to handle when it's fractions inside fractions, and hopefully that helps and makes sense. Thank you for watching and listening.